Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's Creative Redundancy back again, also known as you can see on the screen, CR. And welcome to this impromptu live stream, where it's another chance to reconnect with some of you out there and share some stories and things with you. So grab that coffee, tea, and a snack and join me. Coffee, yeah. So while I wait for some people to drop in, I am gonna whip out my intro for this one. Boom! CR's in the house, as you can see once again. See, wait, see, alright. There we go. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Hopefully everyone's nice and warm too. Definitely a lot cooler out today. Colder out today out west here. And there's a lot of that. Oh, that's supposed to represent snow. Not rain, but snow. There's a bunch of snow out there right now. Probably more than we got. Well, it's probably the most we've had since, well, all season. It's definitely snowing out there a lot now. I'll probably have to go back out there and shovel again and again and again and again and again and again. That's all good. I do have something to tell me with that. And it is useful for it. So, let's whip out my side chat here. Whip up the side chat. Let's see. Bring my art screen into focus here. So hopefully everyone's doing well out there. I'm just quickly reorganizing a few things while I'm doing this. Trying to multitask while I'm doing this on this impromptu live stream. I know I didn't give much notice for this one. Actually, I was supposed to wake up earlier. I should have set an alarm. I went to bed early and I thought I would wake up early enough to give enough notice for this. I probably should have put the notice out yesterday or last night, but whatever. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just like pulling some headphones out, to be honest. Connecting up with a device here real quick here. So hopefully everyone's doing well out there. Hopefully it's not overly cold wherever you are in the world. Hopefully it's nice and warm. If it's warm where you are right now, yeah, pass some of that warmth over to me over here. It'd be nice. It's cold out here. So let me welcome to this impromptu live stream with CR, Food Forest Permaculture. Hey Howie, how's it going? How's it going, man? Hopefully everything's going well with you. Probably nice out there for you right now. Yeah, some good. Let me adjust that just a little. Turn up. I'll pick up the decibels a little. Should be a little bit better. Or I can talk louder. So hopefully it's a little bit better for the volume now. It should be. I'm coming up to that yellowish green area on the indicator. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That is awesome. So, I'm gonna share a few things as I reconnect with all of you out there. Plus 8. Plus 8. That's in Celsius too. Let's remember that. That's in Celsius, not in Fahrenheit. In Fahrenheit, that's probably like around like what 46, 47 Fahrenheit. Hey, anything on the plus side above freezing between September and April here in Canada, I consider that to be like awesome weather. Oh yeah, okay, okay. That sounds exciting. That sounds exciting. I'm just checking out on some messages right now, just seeing what's up. As you can see, I got more of my stage props back on. And yes, the selfie stick. I'm really enjoying the selfie stick, using it as a stage prop. It allows me to hang stuff behind me, almost like a curtain. So I can hang like something like this binder clip, or have it slide down. So I can hang stuff. I remember when I first got this, I was just like, I was never planning to use a selfie stick and a tripod as like props in front of a camera. Because most of the time when you see selfie sticks or tripods, unless there's, talking about it or whatever, it's usually behind the camera. So seeing them in front of a camera is a little bit different. A little bit different. But I figure I might as well use this stuff for something. Of course, I can pan it. Let me just reposition that. Wow. Oh, have fun with that. Don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't bogey it. Hopefully you'll get that nice, what's that called? If not picking a par, at least pick, if you can't, let me say that again. Try to pick up a, what's it called? A birdie, yes. I almost forgot what it was. Try to pick up a birdie if you can, right? If you can't make par, at least try to make birdie. I remember that, that reminds me of one of these other times when my uncles took me out to the golf range to kind of practice. I was just like we were just well, basically just shooting against the net and stuff like that. And my uncle, like, I don't golf, to be honest. I never really did that when I was younger. I did other sports when I was younger, but not golf. But I think I shot out like, I can't remember. On my first attempt, I was like, it wasn't that straight. I think I like it went like east, not east, left. It it kind of went crooked. I was just like, my uncle was like, "Oh, that wasn't bad. I think you got 150 yards on that, or whatever it is." I was like, "Oh, okay." Then he's like telling me about stats and all this stuff. I'm like, because in sports sometimes I don't know which if I'm learning about it or doing it for the first time. Sometimes I don't know which which side I prefer more. I know for like sports, like let's say hockey. Yes, I'm gonna bring hockey in. I am Canadian after all. I do. I can. I primarily shoot left-handed for hockey. Now I can shoot right technically, but I seem to be more accurate or precise when I shoot left-handed. Now I am actually right-handed, but now if I did a slap shot, it'd probably be harder if I did it right-handed, but it's not less accurate when I slap shot with like right left-handed. I tend to be more accurate and stuff like that. And then there's other sports where I can probably I'm ambidextrous, can do left or right. And then there's our like kicking type of sports or whatever where I could probably do it left or right footed and all that stuff. So let me welcome into the room here with a big hello from CR here, Southern Ohio Prepping. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, and thank you for taking the time to drop in. How's it going? Hi. So leave it up to Food Forest Permaculture to like let me start talking about like from golf to hockey. I mean, it's obviously it's different when you're positioning and your stance and all that stuff, but some things do remain the same. The your fall through, like if you played anything like ball events, ball sports like basketball or whatever, that fall through where you're like and all that stuff I remember. Hey, Jax. Hey, there we go, there we go. I know you were kind of late yesterday. When you came in, I was just like, I just finished it. I just managed to say hi to you on the way out. But welcome, one of my other Canadian supporters. Thank you for taking the time to drop in. Hi! It's nice to see you. Or at least see your icon and your channel name in. Hopefully things are going well with you. How's it out east? It's probably warmer out east right now because it's cold out west right now. We got lots of snow. Oh, that's awesome. Ooh, painting. I don't mind painting. I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm like no artist or anything like that, but I don't mind doing it. Knowing me, I'd probably like paint something and be like, shh, and then at the end on the bottom corner you just see me right. Yeah, I'd probably do something like that. I'm just checking out on some messages on my device right now. Just give me a sec. Once I read you guys' messages here. Oh, you shoot opposite in hockey and golf. Hmm. Well, like I said, I probably could do it both. I'm pretty yeah, I'm pretty sure golf for me is left-handed. If I remember right, it's the side that you're facing your back towards. If I remember right. It's been a long time. Just give me a sec. Hold on a sec. Just had to blow my nose real quick. Just had to blow my nose off camera real quick. I was just outside shoveling out some snow right before the stream started. Just to make it a little bit easier. That way, because it's gonna be snowing here all day, so I figure instead of doing a big pass of snow that's like this deep or whatever, I'll just do it when it's still kind of short. I mean, it's not like it's probably a couple inches already, and we're kind of getting drifting snow, so there's patches that are much taller, and then there's patches that are really short. It's all good. It's all good, Jax. It's all good. It's all good. But you're here now. That's what's the more important thing. You're here now. I kind of figure. I was like, she's gonna be in. You just replied to me on the comments. I'm like, She's gotta be in. She's gonna be in. I can sense it. I just knew it. Oh, freezing rain. Oh my gosh, of all the things, of all the precipitation I hate, it's freezing rain. Oh my gosh, I hate freezing rain. I hate it so much. Just because it just coats everything with like that thin layer of ice, the ground, the cement, the road, the sidewalk, and all of that stuff. Where pretty much, if I know it's not happening, first thing that comes out with me when I leave, or I make sure I have on me, is the ice cleats. Or at least one. If I can't have both for some reason, whatever reason it is, at least have one. I rather have at least one ice cleat that I can lead my body with instead of none at all. I know sometimes for me, sometimes I'll have a pair of ice cleats and somehow I managed to lose one or whatever. That's actually what happened to me the other time. I was just like, well, at least I still have one ice cleat. That's all good. When I got those ice cleats for like $2, so I'm like, I still have one. It was kind of funny that day that I lost that ice cleat. I lost one ice cleat that I got for, I got these ice cleats for like $2. Yet I found a loonie. That's $1, by the way, for you guys in the U.S. or my international audience. That's a loonie is a Canadian dollar, which I don't have a example of nearby. But I was just like, well, I lost the ice cleat, but I gained a loonie. Oh yeah, exactly. Freezing rain sucks so much. All right, Salt. Take care, man. I'll put the. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Drive safe. Oh yeah. You need some new ice cleats then? Yeah. I remember what you said in your comment. You got some new shoes or boots or something like that, and your old ones don't fit or something like that. Well, I mean, obviously, still keep those old ones laying around. Maybe you can use them later on, or gift them, or hand them to someone else that could use them, or use something like that. I mean, they're still useful if they're not broken, torn, or anything. Still useful. That's hilarious. I just read that comment. You found one on the trail. You want to mail it to me? It might be too big for me. Now, I actually have found ice cleats before that are bigger, and I found a good way. If you find ice cleats that are bigger than your normal, let's say, shoe that you would normally wear, it's possible because I actually did it to put it on like a boot. Because generally winter boots are bigger than your shoe. They're wider, a little bit longer, just because well it's thicker. And that's actually what I did with this one ice cleat that I did find. I was just like, it's a little big on my shoe. Then I'm like, oh wait, it fits on my boot though. Now it's only one ice cleat, but at least I can lead my body with it. So if I'm walking uphill or on snow, I'll just lead with that foot a little bit more. Now it's not as good as having both feet with ice cleats, but at least I got one. All right, food forest permaculture with Howie. Take care, man. Have a good day, and I will see you around. Hopping on ice. Oh yeah, exactly. Eventually they'll grow into it, right? Hopefully. That's awesome. I just not check. I just not check up on someone real quick here. Okay. I just have to check up on someone real quick here. So this is nice being able to reconnect with some of you out there right now, and a chance to, well, connect with some of you for the first time in more of a more interactive kind of way, such as a live stream. Like Jack's here. This is my first time kind of being able to like more real time interact with you, which is really cool. Which is really cool. No pun intended, just because it's snowing outside. I'm just not saying words like cool and cold and winter all probably all stream long, but I can't help it. It's winter. Like I can look outside the window and all I see is snow, snow. All I see is like snow and white snow on the trees and all that stuff. I don't even. Yeah, it's like really cloudy out too. It's just gray everywhere and white falling down. All right, Jax. Take care. Yeah, hope to see you around soon. See you around. So, anyways, like I said, this is an impromptu live stream. I did not give as much notice for this notification as much as I wanted to because I woke up late and I was not and I probably should have put the notification out last night or earlier. But I was like, oh, I'll just wake up early, put up a notification an hour before. Nope, not even close. Not even close. More like 15 minutes, but so good. And I surprisingly have one of my kind of winter type of mugs out this time. It is. It's got red on it, and well, let's just say it's a. Well, I'm not that sure, but it's a famous cartoon character. It's one of these mugs I've had for a long time. I remember when I got that mug. Oh, it was one of the first kind of mugs that I got, where like it was actually mine. Like I'm the only one that uses it. I've had it for a very long time. It was on. I mean, there was a slight, sl- very slight chip in it. Very slight chip in it, but generally speaking, it was pretty good. I'm trying to remember. Oh, where did I get that from? I'm trying to remember here. Just give me one sec. I never realized how runny my nose is right now. Pardon me. Anyways, I think I got that from like Sears or something like that. Now, unfortunately, Sears does not exist here in Canada anymore. I know it's still available in the US. Sears has disappeared here in Canada, unfortunately. But I remember getting that long time ago. I think. Oh, I'm trying to. Oh, yeah, now I remember. It's this one time that I actually had a chance to go out with my grandma. I still remember that. And I do miss her too. But it always reminds me of her. And these kind of memories I have at times where I'm just like reminds me of the good times. And sometimes I gotta remind myself the enjoyment of just going out and spending time with people. 'Cause nowadays, I think a lot of us are kind of busy at times, and it's kind of hard to even get together with people at times. Work, school, prior commitments, hobbies, and all that stuff. But when I do get a chance to hang out with people and share some quality time, I always enjoy it because we're making memories and sharing stories and sharing conversation, sharing jokes and stuff like that. Where it's just like, hey, how's it going? Long time no see. Hey, what's up, man? And we just start talking and stuff like that. Where you're hanging out for the day or the weekend or whatever, and haven't seen them for a long time, and you're just like, by the end of it, you're just like, wow, where the weekend flew by so quick. Well, sometimes stuff like that seems like it flies by quick just because you're having so much fun. I always enjoy those times, so it's always good to be able to get out and enjoy time with friends and family, and if you can, reconnect with people too, and reconnect with the land, air, and water, or in this case for me, the snow of the area. That's one thing I like to do too. Because my air friend always asks me, "Oh, you always like to come out with us for this kind of it's this annual event I usually attend in July." And my friends like, "Oh, you always like coming out," and they always mention kind of me coming out with them and stuff like that. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll enjoy it. It gives me a chance to kind of reconnect with some other people, meet some new people, and like I said earlier, reconnect with the land, air, and water of the area." You realize I didn't say snow that time, because obviously that's in July. Actually, if I remember right, maybe I can share something here. Now, I'm not sure how well this will turn out. I wasn't actually planning to do this, but I'm not sure if I have this up on the system right now without finding it. Mm, no, I thought I had it nearby. No, I don't have it nearby. Do I? I think it's on my other system. Yeah, I would have to grab it, but I thought I had this other picture nearby of the sunrise. I think I have shown it on a live stream or on a video before. I remember the last time when I was out there. It was, you know, lots of memories, let's just say. And one of my most awesome memories of that time, of last year when I did this, was I'd wake up early, and, I was just like, oh, I need my coffee and stuff like that. So, we had uh, a propane, a camping type of kitchen dining room type of area that we set up with a shelter, with a with mesh tent or a sunscreen, whatever you want to call it, with chairs inside and stuff like that. There's food and all this stuff. We had from my one of my air friends propane tank, you know, for more expedient type of cooking if necessary, and of course there's a fire pit and stuff like that. Well, I was just like, oh, I don't need a propane. It's not that bad. It's not like it's raining, although it was sort of kind of drizzling or raining. But I was like I was like, okay, well, start a fire so I can heat up some water, right? Put it in the kettle, get some coffee going. I think it was around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and well, basically when I was starting to get the coffee ready, boil the water, and the the coffee grinds in or grounds in and stuff like that. I think it was a percolator. Yeah, I think it was a metal percolator. While that was going on, I was waiting for it and stuff like that. It was kind of cool out for that morning. I think it was about. I'm trying to remember. It was cool out because it was raining ish, light rain or something like that. But basically, um, I was looking out east. The sun was just rising because that was about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So it was so like I could still picture it too. I looked out and remember how I said it was starting to rain a little. I actually saw a rainbow out there in the morning. Of all the things, I was just like, wow, I get to see a rainbow in the morning. That's all. I was like, that's the first time I've ever seen a rainbow that early in the morning, and of all places, of all times too. Now it dissipated really quickly, but I was telling everyone that morning, I'm like, I saw a rainbow this morning because everyone's like, oh, did it rain? I'm like, yeah, and I saw a rainbow. I thought I don't have a picture of it or anything like that. I have a picture of the sunrise, but anyways, just give me 1 second here. I gotta actually check up on something real quick. I'm just gonna put a temporary placeholder in here. Just give me 1 sec. I gotta check up on something in a sec. Alright, sorry about the delay. I just had to quickly check up on something just to make sure everything's good. Yes, I know, I'm live streaming, but, sometimes the real world had to come first, and I had to check up on stuff. But yeah, anyways, coming back to my story here. That was a very entertaining type of trip. And let's just say, now this year it will probably be like, oh, I'm trying. I started doing that with my friends since like I think 2012, 2013, give or take. So I guess it's coming up to like 7 or 8 years. Well, in July here, I was just like, wow, I can't believe how many times I've been out here. I do enjoy that time out there. Usually it's quite warm and stuff like that. I mean, I could probably share a lot of stories, a lot of stories from that. It's let's just say I've learned a lot of things while I was out there in terms of like setting up stuff or creating stuff. So setting up like tripods and stuff like that. Being able to actually kind of see people put it together and just like, oh, I see, and and try to mimic it myself and set up camp, I guess. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of a more major event for me. I mean, yeah, we're out there camping or whatever, but there's a lot more people than you might realize. But, it's still fun anyways. Because it allows me to reconnect with the land, air, and water of the place. It's quite nice. I get to go around and stuff like that, walk around, do what I do and stuff like that. I think I think it was last year, or the year before. I actually went down by the water area and picked up some cattail and brought it back. I was just like, I'm gonna start a campfire with this time. I mean, there's a few things that I've started to bring now that kind of help a lot. There will be a video on it. I know there will be because I got tagged in a video for something and I will be showing it in a video. So you'll have to wait for that tag. But let's just say it's gonna be sooner than later. I just trying to come up with the last couple things for the tag. Now I got tagged in it, so and I have to talk about items or whatever. But I picked out 2 out of the 3 already. Just can't figure out the last one yet. I've been thinking about it for the last since I got tagged. I was just like from their channel, one of their supporters, Canadian supporters here. Yes, because I got tagged by meow. That's supposed to be hints right there on who it was, but they tagged me, and I was just like, just been thinking about it. I'm like, I already knew the first item, but the second, third item, I was just like, I wasn't sure yet. I'm still not absolutely sure, but I'm very confident about the first item I chose. Let's just say I've been using that and bringing that out, and yes, it's definitely useful. Useful, but not absolutely necessary. But it's definitely useful. It definitely saves a lot of time and all that sort of stuff. Excuse me. Just I have a sip of my coffee here. Just want to check up on a few things here while I'm here. Alright, it says I've been on for about just over 30 minutes here. Wow, but time passes by when you're on live. I mean, sometimes people do these tester videos or whatever, test streams or whatever, and you realize that they go on for like, oh, I was only supposed to be on for 5 minutes to test something, 5-10 minutes, and then ends up to being an hour-long stream because their side chat just keeps going and people are wanting to interact and talk and chat it up. I mean, most of the time later on they unlisted or whatever, but regardless, it's always cool being able to interact with people. Just give me a sec. I'm just gonna blow my nose real quick. Kind of spare you. Oops. Kind of spare you guys that image. So let's see some other stories here that I might as well share some more stories as I reconnect with some of you out there. Whoever's listening, if you're watching this on the replay right now, wow. Or if you're still watching live right now, I do appreciate the support. Do appreciate the support. Hopefully, I entertaining you enough. Hopefully, you're enjoying these stories that I'm sharing and stuff like that. I'm gonna share something else too, because I haven't done a lot of scavenging videos lately. Now, just because I haven't done the scavenging videos doesn't actually mean I don't do it. Because right now, the cold kind of affects my camera, the camera equipment stuff. For some reason, I mean, people were telling me, oh, you should use like some hand warmers or body warmers or feet warmers for it. And I'm like, yeah, I probably could do that, but that means also if every single time I go out there, if it's this cold, then I would have to do it. But I've been thinking about doing it something like that. If not that, then at least something more reusable. Because I think that would probably be a better option. But the thing is, I gotta put it with my device here, right? I have it right next to me, and it's gotta be next to each other. You know, just to keep the battery warm. So, let's see. What does that say right there? Oh, yeah. So, the scavenging videos they'll come back. They'll come back. If I don't do any for the winter, well, that's because it's too cold. And I do find things out in the winter from time to time, but it's usually kind of spread out more sparingly, sporadically finding it here and there. You know, in a given week, if I go out like 5 times a week, whatever, doing whatever, sometimes I'll find something once a day or something like that. And sometimes someone just like in a rush too much to actually record me picking up this XYZ item that I find in the snow or whatever. What's up, Kelly? And welcome to this impromptu stream with CR. But yes, coming back to the scavenging. That's why during the springtime, I'm usually out there scavenging more because, well, because it's warmer out and things aren't hidden in the snow anymore. It's kind of weird. People drop a lot of stuff in the winter. What? I gotta wipe my glasses real quick. Just give me a sec here. Just as a reminder, I was actually out earlier in the snow, so my glasses are kind of got foggy, and I should have wiped them when I came back in. But I was trying to come onto this live stream, trying not to be tardy and late. So let me just wipe that off. Okay. All right, there we go. Much better. Huh. So coming back to what I was saying, during the wintertime here, I seem to find a lot of stuff. Usually it's winter related stuff. For some reason I find like mitts, gloves, hats, sometimes a scarf, and stuff like that. I guess it's kind of true. People, it slips out of your pocket, your gloves, mitts, or whatever, or you drop it, or you're rushing to whatever, and people drop it. I think this is why when I find gloves or mitts, it's always one side. And you're probably like asking me right now, oh, do you find left or right side more often of gloves or mitts? Eh, it seems like I'm finding right side, right-handed gloves or mitts more often, but maybe it's just me. I do find lefts sometimes, and usually what I do is, if I like them or whatever, I'll hold on to them. If I don't, then I'll donate them. But usually, what'll happen is I'll bring them back, wash them, clean them, make sure they're clean again, and before I use them or donate them. Pardon me. And try to match up the gloves or mitts somehow. If not by color, at least by size. Because, like I said, I find different sizes. I find smaller sizes, then I find bigger sizes. I'm just like, I found really big gloves or mitts before. I'm just like, and, and people are always like, oh, how? You're always like, how does that slip out of your pocket or whatever? Well, you know what? For me, when you're wearing so much layers, like layers, jacket, hoodie, scarves, all this stuff to bundle up when it's cold. Maybe it's like -20 Celsius, -30 Celsius, which is about 0 Fahrenheit, -22 Fahrenheit. Sometimes you just don't realize that it falls out of your pocket because you just don't sense it. You don't feel it. And by the time you notice, you're just like, you look behind you and you're just like, well, I don't know where it is. It's been snowing. I've walked for the last like half an hour. And you're just like, you just kind of take it as a loss. So let me welcome into the room here, Gray 1107. Hi, Gray, and welcome to this impromptu live stream with CR. How's it going? Nice to see you again. And since I haven't seen both you and Kelly here for a while, Happy New Year too. I guess I could still say that, right? I guess you could still say it if you haven't seen the person. How are you two doing? Hopefully you two are doing well. So coming back to this kind of scavenging, I tend to like find more stuff in the spring, just because the snow's not there anymore. Things get uncovered, and I find things. I mean, I find things in the winter all the time too. Just just gotta be like kind of take a look. Sometimes I'm mistaken. Sometimes I think I see like deposit in the distance. I'm like, I think that's deposit. It's nice and shiny. It's reflective. It looks like a can. Then I go up to it and I'm like, dang it, it's a wrapper. I got I got fooled. But then there's other times where I'm just like, I'm looking into the distance, and this is actually a true story too, because it just happened the other day, where I'm just like, just passing by, and I just look around something like on a corner of a, let's say, building or something like that, some sort of man-made structure, and I just see stuff sticking out of snow, just like how this is gonna stick out on the bottom of the screen right now. Yes, I actually did find this. I found this in the snow the other day. Still relatively full. It's an electric spark one. But I was just like, it was just sitting right by a man-made structure. It was just sitting up like that. I was just like, looking at it, I'm like, is that? And then I was like, I knew it was cold out, so I was probably like, oh, it's probably not gonna work necessarily right away. So I put it in my pocket, warm it up, spit it in my hands, tried to get some heat into it, so the kind of fuel can warm up. I was just like, yeah, it still works. I'm like, sweet. So that's why I keep an eye out on stuff. My friend, because let's see, I think it was the 8th, yeah, first week of January and New Year. I think it was before Christmas time, but me and my friend, pardon me, me and my friend were just walking. We were going to grab some groceries or something like that. And I was going to the store or something like that. I just see this another one. It was black, just sitting out from the snow. I was just like, it's just sitting on the snowbank. I was like, oh, right, let's take a look. I shook it a little. I'm like, oh, I think I hear something. I hope that's not water. Now it's kind of, it's not, it wasn't as cold as it is now, but I knew, you know, the this was kind of to be cold, so I gotta warm it up. I just threw it in my pocket. It was kind of wet on the inside, and it wasn't an electric spark one. It was with a flint, so I knew, okay, I gotta dry that out. So I put it in my pocket, do whatever we were doing for a little bit, bring it back, and I'm like, yep, it works. And my friend's like telling me, he's like, man, you're the king of finding these. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. I seem to notice them, but that's because I have that spatial awareness, kind of looking at everything as like, well, that's not just snow I see there. There's something there, and it doesn't look like something like dirt. So that brown stuff that you might see during the winter time on the roads or something like that, sidewalk, whatever. We're like, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Sorry. Sorry about that. Real world, when I'm live streaming, everyone always wants to call. Everyone always wants to call and message you or whatever, and just like, you know, I had to take it. I had to make sure it wasn't important. It could be important, and I didn't want to be one of those people that kind of put their second life or virtual life ahead of the real world. So, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. So, let's see here. How long have I been going for? Oh wow, I'm coming out to the fifth hour mark. I'll probably go for well, at least till the top of the hour. Well, not if not the top of the hour, but the 1 hour mark at least. So let me welcome into the room here. Hey Max, how's it going? And thank you for taking the time to drop by this impromptu live stream with CR. How's it going, man? Hey Max. Jeez, I got the sniffles this morning. It's probably because it's colder out. Anyways, hopefully if I expend some more energy, maybe I can kind of warm myself up, so to speak. So yes, coming back to this, some more stories here. Let's see what else. Besides finding stuff like this or finding like mitts and gloves, that tends to be more the usual thing I can usually find. If not, just something like deposit or something like that. And I do that. Well, I do the deposit thing for two reasons, anyways. There's two main reasons why I do it: for the environment and for the financial gain of it. But that's why I do it. 'Cause I figure something that that can per se increase your financial support and support and help the environment. You know, those two. If I'm doing both of them at the same time, I'd be like, of course I'm gonna continue doing that. Those cans, bottles, glass, whatever. I tend to not pick up glass a lot, but it's probably better if I try to get them recycled and stuff like that instead of filling up a landfill some more and stuff like that. I mean, I see them all the time. Sometimes it's liquor bottles or whatever, beer bottles or something like that. But then there's other times where it's actually like soda type of bottles and all that stuff where I'm just like, and sometimes it's on the snow. It's on the snow where I'm just like, it's just sitting there. I don't even have to do anything. I just have to be like, whoop, pick it up. Now, yesterday, I was actually out yesterday for a walk for a little bit. I was just out because I had to go to the store anyways. And I was just like walking, and I was just like, I just literally improvised it. I was like, wow, there's a lot of deposit out here. So I improvised it a little, and I just kind of found a bag to use, put the deposit into, start doing it like that. And like I said, I do it not only for the deposit funds, but to help the environment. So these resources like a Tetra Pak, cans, plastic soda, drink water, bottled water type of bottles. Instead of filling up a landfill, increasing that amount, it gets to be reused and put back into a useful state. Now there is secondary uses for things like this, like pop bottles, cans, and all that stuff. I've shown the cans before for like something like solar ignition, which I've shown in a different video. Basically, shine up the bottom of the can and get solar ignition. It's parabolic in shape. You just gotta shine it up. There's a video on that on the channel for me. And I know other channels have done it. There's other videos on YouTube that do it. Pardon me. I tend to not pick up the glass though, just because of how fragile it is, and the inherent risk or safety issues I have with it. It's just because if I if it breaks, it's sharp, and the facility that I go to return the stuff for the deposit, won't accept it because it's broken. So I tend to not pick it up. I mean, it's okay if I pick up a little small one or something like that, but I'm not gonna pick up anything like this size or anything like that. Just because if I break it, it's sharp and I can't return it for deposit anymore because it's not whole anymore. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna share a few things. Why not? I'll share something right now. I'm not gonna play it, but someone graciously donated this harmonica to me. I think it's in a B. It's kind of worn, the B, the big B on it, so it looks more like a D, but it is a B. I still have to learn how to play this. I've been trying to learn, but or mimic something or whatever from hearing other people play it or whatever. I have another supporter on the channel that they like to play the harmonica a lot. I was like, I wish I could play that good. I tried to toot something and this is like it just sounds like a monotone or toot 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 toot. You know, it sounds like that. I wish I could play as good as some other people. Okay. I never really did learn how to play this. Like I said, I just got gifted and they're like, oh, maybe you could use it for your videos or live streams. I'm like, okay, why don't I play it? Well, figure it out. I'm like, try it out, just do it. I'm like, okay. So sometimes I've been just playing around. I don't usually share this on the videos or live streams. I think I have shared it on a video before, but I don't usually share it on the live streams because I'm not very good at this yet. Like I said, when I play it, it just sounds like my friend was telling me, "Oh, you should just speak into it." I'm like, "Speak into it? What do you mean?" He's like, he's like, "Just speak into it." Like you're talking to someone. I'm like, "So like I should say like, how are you?" And they're like, "Yeah, just say it like that." I'm like, "Okay." So I tried it out. I'm like, "Okay." I don't know. I think I've tried to play like Happy Birthday before on something like this. I'm like, I mean, like I said, I'm not that great at doing it. Just give me a sec here. Just gonna blow my nose here. Gee, never realized how runny my nose is. Kind of stuffed up. Okay. Well, so if I sound a little bit different or something like that, sorry. My nose is stuffy a little. Kind of noticed it after coming in from showing a little bit of snow. Oh, looks like I reached that hour mark already. Wow, that was fast. That was fast. I'm probably gonna go maybe 15 more minutes on this. 15 more minutes on this. I gotta take care of something, and most likely, and I say most likely, you might see a video on the channel here really soon. I just been on the side editing it and stuff like that. I still have to finish it off. There's a few that I'm finishing off. Trying to add some, pardon me, add some clips in, some B-roll in. Because most likely I'm voicing over it and stuff like that. So I still have to add some stuff in to fill in the video portion of it, so you actually see images and stuff like that. I kind of know what I'm gonna be saying, or I already recorded what I'm saying, but I need that video option in, so it's not just me, it's just a blank screen with talking. So you actually see some images related to what I'm talking about. Huh. I'm actually surprised. My battery's still at the same level. But anyways, let's see what else here. In this last 15 minutes here. Now I have found some other stuff before too, and I actually did find someone yesterday. I will not show it, but let's just say it's a tool. It's a tool. I found a tool yesterday. It's kind of. I was just like, wow, I can't believe I just found that. And it'll actually be twice this kind of winter season that I found tools out there. Usually I don't find stuff like that, but it does. It can happen. It, like it's a little bit higher on the rarity scale that I have compared to something like this. Because generally speaking, I find these a lot more often than tools. But this is why I keep my eyes peeled on and open and that spatial awareness of stuff, just so because you never know what you can find out there outside until you go take a look. I mean, people drop stuff all the time. You just got to be kind of at the right place at the right time. I mean, for anyone that's kind of found, let's say, cash, money, coins, or anything like that, a 20, a 10, or something like that, you know that kind of feeling where just like, it feels awesome. That kind of feeling. Because you're just like, right place at the right time. Where you're just like, oh wow, if we decided not to go this direction, I wouldn't have found it. I mean, I remember, let's see, a long time ago, when I was out kind of with friends late at night, I was just like, we were just kind of starting to walk around this corner. Right before we walked around this corner, we just see this $20 bill sticking out of the snow. I'm like, what? It was windy out too. That's the surprising part. It was just like kind of clean. The edge was just clean to the snow bank. I was just like, wow, we just got lucky there because it's windy out. That could have been anywhere else, but it just happens to be right close by to us and just stuck to next to a building or whatever, some man-made structure. I think it's because the man-made structure was blocking the wind, so it was like the wind was pushing this way, and the 20 just got stuck there. Then the snow started to build up, and then it held it in place because it was sticking out. It was sticking out. That's the funny thing. So anyone could have saw it, but we saw it. It was kind of cool. I mean, I found money before, even just leaving home, where I'm just like, I just literally, not even, not even like 30 seconds after leaving, I'm like, I take a look, I'm like, it was during the fall time, so it was a little bit more easier to spot it, but I found this $10 bill. I was just like, is that what I think it is? I just look and I'm like, come up closer, I'm like, sweet, I just found a 10. Now, our $10 bills here in Canada are kind of more purplish, and that's why I found it. Because there was a lot more contrast in of the blue, the purple compared to the multicolor, warm colors of the fall colors during that time. Because I think it was during October that I found that. It was just, and again, the wind probably just blew it towards it. It just stuck towards the edge. I was just like, oh wow. And I always wonder every time you find like cash randomly, like you randomly just find it. You know, obviously someone had to lose it. But I always remember, think to myself, I'm like, so someone pulled cash out, or it slipped out of their pocket, or something like that. Because you always wonder, I'm like, when people handle cash, usually it's in their wallet, purse, whatever, right? You probably would put it into something. I don't know. But then again, it could have been someone else that was just carrying it loosely in their pocket. I'm like, yeah. But I've dropped cash before too. And I've done that stuff before, unfortunately, where I'm just like, really? And the thing is, it wasn't even loose in my pocket. I was just like, I had it in a tin, and yeah, I dropped that. Yeah, that was. That was disappointing. But, you know, when I find it, then I'm like, well, okay. Well, that bounces it back out. Just give me 1 sec. Jeez, my nose is just so runny right now. Ugh. Feel congested or stuffy in the nose right now. So I might sound a little bit different, but it's all good. Hopefully you'll pass. So I'm gonna give my kind of standard 5 minute warning on the live stream. Then go for another 5 minutes, give or take, or release to the top of the hour. Or the bottom of the hour, if you live in a half a time zone. You're probably like, half a time zone. Yes. Here in Canada we do have half a time zone. Out in Newfoundland, it's half a time zone. So right now in Newfoundland it would be close to the bottom of the hour. But everywhere else it's almost the top of the hour. So I'll go to the top of the hour. Have some more coffee here. I'll probably have to show some snow anyways. Speaking of which, we'll show something else. Because I figure I might as well wear it. put it on, because I have to put it on anyways. Something I got over the holiday season. I got gifted this. Kinda, I guess it's a plaid type of jacket. Coat. Well, it's not really a coat, but it's not that warm. But I do like this, actually. I like the color anyway. It's got a hood on it. Darker hood and stuff like that. One thing I do like about this a lot, this kind of jacket or whatever, it doesn't have a zipper. It has buttons. So I'm not worried about breaking the zipper because it has no zipper. It just has buttons. Now, unfortunately, this ain't the warmest, so if I was gonna wear this out in the winter or whatever, I'll probably need to wear it with layers or wear it when it's warmer out. Maybe -5, 0, maybe +2, something like that. But if I'm wearing it during this time of year, where it's like Arctic windshield, I'm probably gonna need to wear some additional layers and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm just shoveling snow with it, so it's not like I'm going far. I just have one of my art bands around here. It just keeps the draft from coming out my sleeve. I kind of like having it. Speaking of which, I almost forgot I was gonna put something else. I forgot that I have to take this art band off first. But yeah, I don't mind this. The only downside is, like I said, there's no actual zippers on this. So like the pockets are kind of more like an open style pocket. So not a big fan of those open style pockets where there's no zipper or button or anything like that. Just because, well, like I said earlier, things will slip out of my pocket. Let's say I'm rushing or something like that, or I don't feel it because I got gloves on and I'm like walking real fast. And I was just like dropping stuff out. Now I tend to not put anything like keys, for example, in pockets like these, just because, well, I'm just asking for it to drop out. I tend to keep my keys in, pants pockets. So you can hear my keys in my pockets right now. I tend to put them in that pocket. One in the front pants pockets that I have. And maybe I'll put like the phone or something in my pocket or in a pocket like this, just because I'm probably gonna notice if I drop that, or I'm gonna be consciously kind of using it, or I'm tethered to it in some way, anyways. Maybe I'm listening to music and just walking or whatever, so I'm tethered to it, just like how I am right now. I can just slip that in my pocket. And since I'm tethered to it, well, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna lose it if I'm tethered to it. I would notice it slip out. Even if I had Bluetooth or whatever, I wouldn't be able to get that far before the reception would give out anyways, where I'd be like, oh, it's gone out. think I dropped it, then I can at least walk back and check it. It wouldn't be that far, less than 50 feet. So I'm gonna give my kind of 2-minute warning now, 2-3 minute warning here on the stream, as I will be taking off soon to go back outside. Go back outside, and you guys can kind of see what I use for winter stuff. At least, I mean, I got some more winter stuff. Obviously, I live here in Canada, so I got the this winter clothing slash gear to cover and bundle up with. Now, I do have more. I do have more. I've shown other stuff, including mitts, large mitts, small mitts, and these really big jumbo mitts. Yes, I do have jumbo mitts, but it's not that cool to justify wearing the jumbo mitts yet. I only tend to wear the jumbo mitts when it's like well below minus 22 Fahrenheit or minus 30. Usually if there's like strong Arctic wind chill and stuff like that. Yeah. Speak of which. Actually not. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Light check right now. We are. Oh yeah. Yeah. For you guys in the US right now, it is right now for me in the wind anyways, the wind chill factor is about minus 9 Fahrenheit. Minus 9 Fahrenheit, which is about minus 24 Celsius. So that's the windshield. That's the windshield right now. Well, there is some. I mean, it's not like that windy, but it's Arctic. Oh yeah, it's definitely Arctic windshield. It's coming in from the north, northeast, northwest kind of deal. So yeah, we're getting that kind of Arctic territory wind coming down right now. So it's not feel cold. So I'm gonna bundle up. Try to have some wind resistant layer in, some insulation, all that stuff for me. So in the one more minute for me here before I take off and head back out and kind of play around with the snow, or at least move it around anyways, and use something that I made specifically for it to help me remove the snow, which I have on the channel. I can't believe it's already been 3 years since I made that. It's been quite useful. It's been quite useful. Yeah. Absorb some of this coffee here before I go out there too. It looks like I'm at the top of the hour here. So I do appreciate everyone that came by during this impromptu live stream, which includes Max Gray, Kelly, Jax, Food Forest Permaculture, Southern Ohio Prepping, thank you for all those channels and the people behind those channels for taking the time to drop in for however long they could and stuff like that. It was nice to kind of interact and kind of chat it up a little here and there. So I do appreciate it. So, like always, remember, as the world changes so much oneself, to reach a new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. Now, a single person can't help everyone in this world, but one person can help someone in this world. And until the next video live stream from CR, I'll catch you all next time. Take care, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out from you know who, the guy known as CR. And have a good day.